I actually happen to love a good paint week, but emphasis on the good part of it. A good paint week is very good. A bad paint week is not. So this week we get Nylak Oxide, and I noticed that my pot is already open and it won't close, so no problem. So no doubt I've got a big lumpy mess in there. And we get some Nurgle's Rot, Blessings of Nurgle, which is cool. So we've got issue 73. What have we got? Nurgle's Rot and Nylak Oxide, Discover Imperial Knights, and new stratagems for your games. So in this issue, you've received your first technical paints this issue, Nurgle's Rot and Nylak Oxide. Technical paints are used for special details on your models. Nylak Oxide is for weathering copper and bronze areas, while Nurgle's Rot is for painting slime and, well, rot. Both of these new paints will be put to good use on your Death Guard in this issue's paint guide. With these paints applied, your Death Guard models will be complete. At last, all of the ones you have received so far. Painting these kinds of details will be an immense amount of fun, and you'll soon be an expert at slathering slime and weathering metal. So what else have we got? Imperial Knights, discover these giant engines of war in service to the Imperial. Imperial Knights Showcase. Codex Heraldry, learn about the uniforms and markings of Space Marines. Infiltrators, stealthy warriors who operate deep behind enemy lines. Incursors, shock troops and saboteurs who disrupt enemy forces. Death Guard Details, so this is the paint. So this is how we're going to use our new paints. Then we've got Space Marine Faction Rules 3, new stratagems for them. Death Guard Faction Rules 3, stratagems for them. And then Rules Mission 57, Wasteland Ambush, the Death Guard Ambush and Ultramarines Convoy. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Imperial Knights. Imperial Knights are a legacy of the distant past. Each of these vast war machines is a survivor of the Age of Strife, a relic passed down to new generations. Long ago they alone protected mankind. And they are beasts as well. I actually don't own any of these, nor have I got much appetite for them as well. They do look very cool on that, but yeah, I don't know why. I've not taken to them. I don't think I'll ever get one. But anyway, there we go. The knightly households have sworn their machines to the Emperor and marched to war in his name. Each knight displays not only uniform colours and heraldry of its household, but the personal markings and heraldry of the noble pilot at the controls. Okay, that's cool. Also, we've got knight pilots. To control Imperial Knights, a noble pilot must first bond with his machine's throne mechanicum. Many are driven mad or killed by this process, but those that pass this test are sworn to protect the realms of mankind from the galaxy's many dangers. Okay, so this is our showcase, and they all look amazing. Really, I think they do look really cool. I don't know, not for me, but I get why people like them. I really do. In fact, when you go to Warhammer World, it's got fucking huge ones, absolutely massive. They're really cool. Okay, so we've got Codex Heraldry. So it's got Battle Brothers, Sergeants, Veterans, Veteran Sergeants, Lieutenants and Captains. And then it's got more companies. The majority of the Codex compliant chapters, such as Imperial Fists, colour the rims of their warriors' pauldrons to show which company they belong to. Some chapters, however, may opt to display company colours on their knee pads or the Aquila Eagle on the chest plate instead. So first company is silver, second is looks like Steel Legion drab, third is red, fourth is green, fifth is black, sixth is like Retributor armour, seventh is purple, eighth is a kind of metallic black, ninth is blue, and 10th is nothing. Then Battlefield roles, it's got different ones for Battle Line, Veteran, Close Support, Fire Support and Command. Okay, so next we move on to our Space Marine Infiltrators. Infiltrators form the backbone of a Vanguard Space Marine strike force. operating behind enemy lines to cause maximum disruption. So specialisms are stealth tactics, anti-infantry combat, sabotage, infiltration, reconnaissance and assassination. And it's got, so that's how a Silver Templar looks, White Scars and General Ultramarines. Infiltrators lead a Vanguard Space Marines assault against the Black Legion. Okay, and all that looks amazing. Next we've got Incursors. Incursor squads are aggressive close quarter gunfighters. Their missions usually see them storming defensive positions or outflanking their enemies to knock out key assets deep behind the lines. And their specialisms are stealth tactics, anti-infantry combat, sabotage, infiltration, reconnaissance and mine laying. Okay, and it's got a few of them here. So we've got Brother Goriel is an expert marksman, already a crack shot. His multi-spectrum array and Oculus bolt carbine have improved his accuracy yet further. Then we've got Brother Terion. He has served amongst the 10th Company's Vanguard Marines ever since the devastation of Baal. In this time, he has participated in hundreds of battles. Then we've got Brother Lassiden. Brother Lassiden is his squad's demolitions expert. He carries the squad's supply of haywire mines, which are used to destroy enemy vehicles and disrupt their supply lines. Okay, good. And then it's got a haywire mine and some more war gear. Divinator class Auspexes give Incursors a very detailed view of the battlefield. Okay, then we've got our paint guide, which includes a bit more than I thought it would do. So we're talking about Rakar flesh here, and it's got how to dry brush using that, giving some wood effects, strings and straps, Death Guard horns, and cultist leather. Then it moves on to weathering bronze with our Nylak oxide. Then we've got slime, pus and plasma with Nurgle's rots. And also how to use Chaos Plasma effects with Mephiston red. Okay, and then it's got a little look at our completed Death Guard. So what have we got here? The techniques demonstrated in this paint guide can be used across your collection of Death Guard miniatures. Here we have provided images of some of our finished models. Check over your models and make sure you haven't missed anything. And all of that looks great. It seems quite sad to be saying goodbye to Death Guard paint guides. But there you go. We may get a bit more as we go forward. Okay, next we're looking at Space Marine stratagems. Here we introduce you to a whole new set of stratagems for your Space Marines. If your army is battle forged, you can use stratagems in your games to give your force a boost at key moments. So I'll just give you the names of them. Don't need to go through what they are, but orbital bombardment, the only in death does duty end, tactical flexibility, flak missile and Auspex scan. And then we've got the same for the Death Guard. Got a few examples of how to use those stratagems as well. And so Death Guard stratagems, the Path of Chaos can lead a warrior to demonhood, or it can see him transformed into a gibbering chaos spawn. You can use this. So this one is called Chaos Boon. Then we've got a few more. Grandfather's Blessings, Blessings of Nurgle, Blight Bombardment, Nurgle's Rot, and Veterans of the Long War, with examples of that and how that works. Then we're looking at our next mission, Wasteland Ambush. With their transport routes being cut off, the Ultramarines engineers have been forced to improvise, laying a temporary transit route across the barren, rad-blasted eastern wastes of Corvon II. Unfortunately, the route passes through mountainous terrain, perfect for a Death Guard ambush. Okay, so what have we got? Convoy ambush. The Death Guard have prepared a deadly trap for the Ultramarines and are lying in wait for a passing convoy. They hope to catch their enemy unawares and destroy them utterly before they can escape or call in reinforcements to make a counterattack. So, the battlefield. Roll off and starting with the winner, take turns playing battle mats in the layout shown above. Set up the terrain in an agreed manner. The Death Guard deployment zone should have lots of terrain features. The Space Marine player must move their units off the battlefield edge, labelled escape routes. So there's the escape route. That's where the Space Marines deploy. And then we've got a massive deployment area for the Death Guard. Okay, so we are up to a maximum power rating of 50. Both deployment zones are shown in the map above. Both players roll off. The winner can decide who deploys first. Players then alternate deploying their units, beginning with the player chosen to deploy first. The Death Guard player has the first turn. Okay, the victory conditions are Space Marine units that move off the battlefield have escaped, even if only a single model has moved off the battle mat. At the end of the battle, the Space Marines player adds up the power level of the escaped units. If this totals 15 or more, the Space Marines player is victorious. Any other result is a victory for the Death Guard. And this game lasts for 6 battle rounds. So that's cool. It is a cool issue. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so what have we got coming up in issues 74 and 75? Count the 7. We've got the Death Guard Tallyman. That's next week. And in issue 75, we get the first of our repulsors. So I look forward to that greatly. I'm actually looking forward to the Tallyman more. I think it's an awesome model. But there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And I just want to say thank you to a few subscribers that donated some money to my PayPal account. So William and Stuart, who donated last week, thank you very, very much. It's much appreciated. So anyway, that's it from me this week. Thank you, guys. I will see you very soon for issue 74.